Hey!
Hello.
Hello, everybody. How are we?
Nice intro,
All good,
Steve.
thanks.
Well done.
we have an intro. We have an intro.
That's serious stuff now.
It is, man. Oh, it's getting serious now. Uh, yeah. So as you know, we've been doing this podcast a couple of weeks now. We've only just sort of started getting it going. The whole idea of it is to share what's happening with the band. It's also to share what we've got going on in the future, and we're also going to be sharing little stories and things about what's going on anyway. And we're also going to be talking about topics that affect bands, artists, and things like that, as well as trying to get some guests on. We have got a couple lined up, we just can't get them on just yet. So it is going to be not all about us, but a bit about us. So while I'm on the subject of stuff about us, we've got a new merch line available.
Yes.
Sorry, guys, I'm drinking a big bottle of Desperado here. That's probably a really, really bad idea.
You're really gassy, Steve.
It's a little bit, yeah. I mean, I'm burping down the microphone. I apologise. I'll turn it down if I feel that's going to happen.
Please do.
But guys, we want you to get in touch on this subject. So today's subject, before I tell you about what we've got going on, is so leave any of your questions. You can see at the bottom. How do you deal with negative comments? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Especially in the art, it's something we all come across. But we have a new merch line that's just come available. There will be a link put in the chat somewhere, guys. So at some point you'll be able to check that out. I'm just going to do that in a second. If you're on Facebook, you'll see it straight away. On YouTube, it'll be up a bit later on. And again, it's only been a week or so. So there you go. Our new single, I Like Trouble, is out. Go and stream it, people.
Yes, please. Went down a storm at the weekend,
Yes.
didn't it?
It did go down a storm at the weekend, and we've also started the process of recording the next single as well.
Yeah.
So we've got lots to come, but yeah. First of all, let's get into this topic. Let's see what people have got to say on it. Negative comments. Have you? Yeah, we'll start. Let's start. Whoever wants to jump in first. But what experience of this, if any, much or little, have you had with it? I've had loads.
As me, honestly, with the other bands, not so much. I don't look for it, and I think that's the difference. I don't look for it. I don't want to see what people have got to say about our singles or our live performances. I think if you and I have had a chat and we're happy with it, and the lads in the band are happy with it, then I'm happy with it. I don't go looking for someone to criticize me. No thanks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the same with compliments. I mean, it's not, you don't really go fishing for them, then you don't end up finding these, the negative comments as such.
Yeah.
But what about outside of music?
I mean, you guys know I used to be, well, still am a PT, and I've also competed on like the bodybuilding stage. Social media, especially in the fitness industry, is a massive. Am I allowed to swear? It's a big mine. It is with the constant. Oh, you got to look this way, and you've got to. The perfect lifestyle. It's all fake. We know it's all fake, but you'll always get those. You put a picture on of. It's mainly females that I've spoken to that get it, because they, every other day they'll post a picture on there of them in a bikini or whatever, and you'll always see the negative comments in there. Oh, you got a little bit of fat here, you're not the right shape for this category, and so forth. You'll always get that. But me personally, I haven't really come across a lot. Maybe in my early days of competing.
Yeah.
But where.
But do you think do you think that has anything to do with, because Emma's just made the point, and I think I'm the same. And I think it's a personality thing. So what we need to try and do, I think, tonight, because the reason I brought this subject up Can you hear my computer, by the way? It sounds like it's going to take off. It sounds like a 747 just about to launch its way out of my living room. But the reason I brought this up is I'm working with an artist. Okay, so we might not have experienced it ourselves all that much. Maybe we don't go looking for it, or maybe we do see it and it just doesn't affect us as much, right?
Yeah.
But I have been, and I know for a fact. So we're in a band at the moment that at the minute is pretty low key. We don't have that much of a big following just yet. We're just starting out, we're starting to grow things. When I've been in bands in the past that have been a bit further down the line and what far more success, you notice suddenly the more successful you get, the more hate that starts coming your way. And it started, and at first it was like, what have we done to you? Like, why are you suddenly slagging? Other bands that we knew would suddenly start slagging us off. And we were like, but we're just trying to do the same thing as you. We're just doing it a bit better. Like, what can I say? Like, I don't understand what we've done wrong. We're just trying to, and then you get the comments, oh, you're a sellout. And then that's next. And it's like, what do you mean you're a sellout? Well, that's what we're all trying to do. We're trying to all make it big. But then you even get comments like, especially I think female artists, probably more so. I manage a lot of artists. I've had the record label and stuff. And wow. That's especially the younger artists. It's a different generation, man. They get so much more comments. Like, I've been doing TikTok lives, all right? So I'm doing a TikTok live and people can click on you to co-host. And so far, the 4 people that have done it have literally come on it just to insult me.
Really?
They've got nothing better to do with their day than to insult me.
Yeah.
One girl came on the camera. She must have been about 19. And I thought, let's have a look what this goit's got to say. Right, so she comes on. She's not even showing her face. She ain't even got the balls to actually show her own face. Has got the camera like half over her. You can just see a little bit of her head like that. She's doing that on purpose because she don't want to be seen. And then she goes, show us your receding hairline. And I'm like, well, there it is. Have a good look. I went right up to the camera. And then she disappeared and went off the screen. I'm like, so is that really your day? Are you okay? Like, the thing.
Are you okay?
Yeah, well,
you've nailed it there, mate.
Are you okay? Yeah. Because I do think they've got a problem, and I think that's the thing that people need to realise. So hang on, we've got people on the comment section now. So James is on here. So I've learned / forced myself. I should have read his comment before I read it out on there, shouldn't I? Because we know James. I've learned / forced myself not to care. I'll give any stock to the stream keyboard warriors and trolls. Just learn to pity them. They're doing it to protect. See, but I think if you're a strong personality, that's easy to do. I think you can just go, what a fool.
Yeah.
But it's not always that easy for people. And I think that
especially I think for younger people who are on social now. Definitely. I deal with it in a way, probably the same as Emma and yourself. I just brush it off. I don't. But for the younger generations are tough.
But that's it. That's come to age, doesn't it? I mean, I'm a teacher, and so I see firsthand what happens every day at school with kids coming in. So and so did something last night on social media, said something on social media. I think. So
you're a great person to talk to about this, because when bullying was happening at our school, right? And I was bullied for different reasons. I was bullied by older kids in my school because I was being really successful with my football career and things like that at the time. So I had people that had threatened to break my legs all the time, and I was always like, "Yeah, if you can catch me," and I was like, "But it happened," but that didn't mean I didn't get up in the morning and actually worry about going to school. Yeah. Now you can't escape it.
Yeah.
Now you finish school and then you go home and then you've got to find it online, and someone's got a video of you doing some. Yeah. So what do the school do? Do the school do anything to help?
Yeah, school.
What kind of things do they do?
I can only talk from my school's perspective, but I know a lot of schools have sanctions in place that kids get pulled into offices, and depending upon the severity of it, I know in certain situations the police have been called. You think, hang on, this is stepping over a line, and schools try to do mediation to sort out problems between kids, but it's hard outside of school.
Yeah,
it's hard. You can We've had conversations with kids. We have to teach it in PS8CE lessons about how to protect yourself online. And as easy as it is for us just to turn our phone off at night, it's not. Most of these kids, they've grown up. It's a part of their day-to-day life.
Yeah.
And when questioned, they'll say, but the fear of not being online to deal with the hate that's taking place is worse than actually being online and dealing with it live. Waking up tomorrow morning, switching your phone off and finding you've been commented on 150 times over something and you haven't defended yourself.
Yeah.
I think
I'm so glad I missed that generation.
Yeah, me too. If you hated someone, you had to slag them off to your face when I was at school.
Yeah, and a lot of people wouldn't do that because you just punch them, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So this is the thing. I think this is part of the problem. I know it's not nice to go around hitting people, but I think the world has become so used to being able to say whatever they want without getting a slap in the face.
Yeah.
That now, now all of a sudden you've got this era of kids and people that just think that they can say whatever they want. And here's the thing, I follow, like, guys, I'm going to give you a really good resource now. So we've got someone on here saying this is really helping me. Thanks. Do you know what? No problem at all. I hope it does. That's the whole point.
Yeah, man.
We brought this subject up. See, I have artists that I work with all the time. Some of them deal with mad anxiety. I have video clients that I do video work for, and we have this thing called red light syndrome. So I have these public speakers, right, who can literally speak in front of a room full of 1,000 people, right? But they know that 1,000 people are paid to come and see them, so they're in a safe environment.
Yeah.
As soon as we go and record something that's then got to be put up online, they want to change everything. They want to go over what they've said. They want to have a look again. They want to double check it. They want to re-record it. They want re-record it, and then they can't speak. The words start coming, and you can see this red mist just comes over their eyes, and it's like, I've forgotten how to even talk. And you have to kind of remind them. It's like, hold on, you're the expert in this field. You're the one that knows what you're talking about. If Karen, so I feel sorry for Karens.
Karen, they get a bad rap, man.
No one's naming their kids Karen ever again from this point forward. But you got Karens now everywhere who'll just be going like out there to deliberately go out of their way to say. Ed Sheeran posted something recently that was really good, and he said, if you go on my Instagram, you will see that I am only promoting music on my Instagram. You'll never see me posting selfies unless it's with someone famous that I want to let people know I've spent some good time with. He said, but you never see me just posing. Matt's froze. He's lasted a little while. He's gone again. But yeah, he just looks dead happy. Look. But yeah, he said when people post selfies, he said, I often want to ask them, are you okay? Are you having a good day?
Yeah.
Because he said, it feels like, if he's back, it feels like that they're only doing it for the affirmation. They're doing it they're posting a picture of themselves that they know looks good, right? Because they've shot it from the correct angle with the right lighting. They've edited it a little bit, and then they want that positive affirmation. So when someone comes on and then this is that person on the other end, it's like, are you okay?
Yeah.
I've never understood. So I've been watching YouTube for what? When did YouTube start? I've been watching it from the beginning.
Yeah.
I can promise you, right, except for one video in an entire, let's say a decade of watching YouTube, it's got to be longer than that. Right. In a decade of watching YouTube, pretty much non-stop, because I don't watch normal TV, I have probably put one negative comment on one video in 10 years, and it was because it was deserved. The person was talking about something they shouldn't be talking about on a YouTube channel, and it was like really insensitive video. So I was like, dude, get a fucking life kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that's about it. That was all I put. But people go out of their way to like we used to post. We would post a video of a new song or a behind the scenes, and within 1 second there'd be a dislike. The second it went up, and we knew who it was. It was someone from another band.
Yeah.
But they did it every time without fail. It was almost funny. We'd post the video and we'd sit and we'd wait. We're like, well, it's gonna come, it's gonna come, it's gonna come. And then it did, it came. Yeah. So yeah, we've got a question. So how do you deal with the negativity? Okay, so simple, right? There's a guy called Gary Vee. I started following him years ago. All right. He says this the best way. The best way to kill negative people or hate is to kill them with compassion. And I'll give you an example. I put out a song during COVID, and it was a country song. Now, I'm a country artist from the UK, so I automatically know there's going to be some kickback from some US
Oh
followers,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
So I expect it. Now, this guy, everyone else put, oh, this is great, really love it, look at it, great, loads of really nice comments. And then this one dude just come out with, this is shit. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do with that information.
Yeah.
And then because I didn't respond to it, within a couple of seconds later, he posted something else. You can't call this country, it's effing rubbish, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I said, so this is how I dealt with it. Whip ZY. I don't know how you say your name, but I went back to that person in the comment section before he could say any more. And I simply said to him, look, music is subjective. I appreciate that you don't like the song. Thanks for the feedback. That's cool. But thank you very much for checking it out in the first place. Your view really helps me out. Thank you. Sorry you didn't enjoy it. That was it. Stop.
Because how can you respond to that? Yeah, I really hate your song. Yeah, I know you said. What? Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But look, I mean, I could have got into an argument. I could have gone, well, the other 1,000 people have commented on this video, really like it. So what's wrong with you? What's the point in that? Why am I getting into an argument with someone I do not know? I don't know you. You're not important to me. You have no bearing on my life. Why should I care what you think?
Yeah.
So we got I love all of your music. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Where did you find us? I'm assuming you found us on YouTube as you're commenting on YouTube. Coutinho the Goat. By the way, I'm an Aston Villa fan, so I'm loving the name. Coutinho the Goat. But yeah, you've got to have that way of talking. A good person to watch is a guy called Gary V. He's on YouTube, he's on Instagram, all the different platforms, and he will say the same thing. Kill them with compassion. Because if you go back with a loving comment and saying, yo, thanks for checking me out, you really helped me out by watching this video. It's like, they're like, oh shit, I really did help him out because I've given him another view. Hi, Matt. Matt's back, but for the comments now. He's going to be raging at his internet provider tomorrow. You could just imagine it. Up the villa. Here we go. We're not going to tell. I do have a football podcast. This is not the place for football.
Emma doesn't care. Emma doesn't care about. I will even speak about myself in the third person. Emma doesn't care about football.
Here's a question though, Emma. Oh. So we know that we're going to get flack because we're a non-US country band. And we've already been told by industry professionals there's a certain way of doing things and you've got to do it this way and that way. And we're kind of like, fuck you. Because we want to do it the way we're doing it. People seem to like it. So whatever. Guys, by the way, the likes and comments, the comments are coming in thick and fast. If you could give the video a like and make sure you subscribe to the channel, that really help us out too.
Give it a little share,
that'd be great. But Emma, we went and watched the band, the Brothers Osborne, not long ago.
Yeah.
This is a band that, if you don't know who they are, they're a huge country band in America. They're hugely successful over the last few years. I saw them back when they were supporting the Cadillac 3, and they came out and smashed it.
Oh,
they were like incredible. Thank you for the like. So we saw them. They were absolutely incredible. Anyway, they've gone on to become one of the biggest bands. He was genuinely, if you don't know, he's probably one of the very, very, very few. God, I can't even think of any other openly gay country artists other than the lead singer from Brothers Osborne.
I can't remember her name. I remember she came out when I was quite young. I think she came out maybe late 90s, early 2000s when it wasn't quite as kosher. And I know she got a load of flack for it and was basically run out of the country world.
But you're looking at a masculine cowboy image here.
Yeah.
So he was genuinely seemed quite worried, didn't he, when he was sort of even announcing it, even though we already knew. But when he was announcing it, when he came to Birmingham over here, and he was like, I can't actually believe the amount of love he's had from that.
Yeah.
But he was clearly terrified about doing it.
It was from an openly gay person's perspective. I found it really moving, because as soon as he started talking about being queer, all the loads of gay flags started dropping down off the balconies from people who clearly bought it to the gig to show their support.
Yeah.
And I thought that was just really lovely. It was a really welcoming environment.
Here's a little tip. I think he did. Matt was saying John Osborne opened up about his depression as well. See, but the thing is, though, that guy is getting clinically depressed because he's worried about what people that live thousands of miles away, that probably never going to come to his show anyway, think about him.
Mm.
The best way of thinking about this, guys, the best way of thinking about it is you're only playing your music to the people that love you.
Yeah.
So they're the only people that matter. Anyone outside of not liking you. If someone puts in my comment section, I normally really like what you do, but I'm not the biggest fan of this particular song, and then they give a reason behind it, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll eat that feedback up all day long.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for it. But if someone just comes out and goes shit, well, that just shows that they don't know anything, because they've not given you a reason to why. They're just doing it just to slam your day because they're jealous. We've got another comment here. Jamie Russon. I like to diffuse toxic humor when gigging. This is a good one, actually. When you're actually out in front of people, that's a different matter altogether. And I've done the pub gigs too. You have, Emma. It's best not to take things personally. If some people see a weakness in you, they will come and exploit it. Best to make a joke of it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's it. I think it's definitely easier said than done, but it's something that you can practice doing.
Yeah.
Especially online.
And like you said, Steve, you've got to wonder as to the reason why are you doing it? Why are we releasing music? Because we like writing music and we like releasing it and we like what we're putting out. And
Thanks,
frankly,
Alex.
if someone doesn't like it, then that's okay, because I'm not releasing it for them. Not everybody is going to like our music. Like, we don't like everyone's music back.
Yes. And that's it. Thanks for the comments, guys. Keep them coming in. If you've got any questions, please drop a question in. We're happily answer them, whether it's on this subject or you just want to know something about the band. Happy to answer any questions as they're coming in, because we seem to have you guys interacting. Angela, hello there. Nice to hear. See, we had a gig. We had our first gig as a full band last week. And one of the things I said to the band, because a couple of the lads in the band, it was their first ever gig, which is pretty cool. Like, it's you always remember your first gig.
Yeah.
And it's never usually a great experience, let's be honest. But I said to everybody, one of the ways I deal with the fact that I know this is going to be a problem is I know before I go on stage that I am definitely going to make a mistake. 100%, because I'm not the best 100%. Musician in the world. I'm not the best singer in the world. I already know that. I'd be an absolute tool if I thought I was anything other than that. So I go on there knowing that I'm definitely going to make a mistake before the end of the night. But it's how you deal with the mistake. And it's how, if you're on stage and you make a mistake and then you go, and you panic, the crowd will panic and they will reflect how you feel on stage. If you feel tense, they're going to feel tense as well.
Yeah.
If you laugh it off, have a joke with the crowd and go, oh, I buggered that up. I know you did it when you did your set. I did the same when I did my acoustic set. And then all of a sudden we were like, what? And then the crowd laughed with us. And then the crowd is on our side. And then therefore, we didn't have any of that nonsense. This is brilliant. Thanks for helping me. No problem at all. Glad it is helping. There's something there that
we're starting to get. I think a few kids from school have twigged that I'm online.
Hello, kids
Hi,
from school.
Hi, guys.
Hello. So here we go. Here come the negative comments. The kids are going to come. Here come the kids. Here they come, the new generation that practically ruined the world. Let's be honest. No, I'm joking. I actually like the youth because they ask more questions, although that some of them can be evil little trolls. Some of them are asking more questions and are talking about stuff like this more. Certainly noticed it more with blokes. I know more blokes in the last year that have spoken to me about problems Oh yeah, look, there you go. Look, see, no, miss, I'm interested. So there you go. Calling you miss. Miss. That's what she tries to get all the band to call her, but it ain't happening. Do you know she bought a pencil case? Have you seen that video? She bought a pencil case with erasers, rubbers, pencils, everything in the back.
Always prepared.
James is back on here saying, yeah, that's completely right, Jamie. Drinks / idiots and trolls who make slaggy comments, often literally nothing positive to offer the world. Charisma, got the charisma of a dishcloth, and they're jealous of your talent, spark, humor. Yeah, I mean, some people might be jealous. Some people might genuinely just not like what you're doing. But there's a way of communicating it. And if someone's not intelligent enough to communicate that properly, then you shouldn't give them the time of day. Just thank them and move on. If honestly, if you start thanking people for watching your content, or if you start saying to people, look, guys, I appreciate what you're saying, I just don't care. Like, then that they'll move on to someone. They'll move on. I know I shouldn't say they'll move on to someone else, but they will. They'll move on to someone else. I found negative comments fueled my workouts. They actually helped me win world titles. That's what the very best people do. You know, you look at footballers, you know, look at them boys that missed the penalties in the World Cup against Italy. What have they done wrong up to that point? They've got the whole nation. They've got billions of people watching that game. They're stepping up to do something that most people definitely could not do, you know, and they got nothing but absolute.
Even, like you say, people who are professional, those professional comedians were absolutely going in on them on Twitter, wasn't it? And you think, come on, they're just kids.
No, I did do solo singing before, but now we are a duo / band. So me and Emma are co-singers in the same band. So if you check out some of our other videos on our YouTube channel, you'll see that we actually share probably a good 50-50 split between all the singing that we do. Yeah, it was Marcus Rashford, at the Euros. It was, and they're up there doing something that literally no one else could do, or very, very few people in the world could do. And they got absolutely trolled, probably by big fat people drinking far too much of this stuff, right? And they would have been nowhere near as athletic as these guys, couldn't do what they do. You're right there. You got like a band outside your window.
The lad who lives on my street, his bike, the brakes are horrific. I've got the window open.
Was that his brakes?
Yeah.
Did he just stop into the wall as he got back home?
The dog's absolutely furious downstairs.
Yeah, but the way Saka dealt with that was brilliant, because he didn't get into an argument with people on online. He just said, "Look, I stepped up. I was brave enough to do it. And you know, if I missed, I can't help it. I'm sorry. Move on with your career." And then he went on last year and was probably one of the best young players in the Premier League. You've got to really, really just learn the art of not giving a fudge the calls. I won't swear. I'll try not to swear now. I know there's kids watching. So we've got Miss Norman. You're my favourite English teacher. Is she your only English teacher?
Yes, definitely.
Is that. Look, guys, you need to be liking these videos. Make sure you're liking the videos. Otherwise, she's going to give you downgraded marks on your next school project. So I'm sure like GCSEs, are they around the corner or something? Or have they already done them?
Somewhere.
It's all right. Just smoke, sex, drugs, rock and roll. That's all you need. Don't need no qualifications. You'll be fine. That's not Emma saying that. Right, Jamie Russon, what we've got here. So 100% you could have the Freddie Mercury. You could have the Freddie Mercury on in some pubs, and a small percentage would still have something to complain about. He's 100% right. There's always going to be one more on in the room.
Yeah. And ultimately, I think the way you've got to think about it is, well, they've not decided to get on stage and sing. You know, it takes guts to get up in front of a group of people, and do something. And the people who are slagging you off on the internet are the ones who are going to be don't have the courage to stand up on stage and sing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We got people discussing like skiing trips now in 2023 and all sorts in the comment section. Look at the
I don't get enough of this at work.
At the end of the day, though, but this is the other thing. Okay, so look, this is a good example. So Emma's a full-time teacher in a school, but then she's also trying to create this career outside of school. And there are people that will ridicule even just that. I've had it in the past. It's like, get a normal job. What are you doing making videos? I like making videos. Do you like your job? No. Well, why are you trying to educate me on what I should be doing with my life when I'm doing quite well? Thank you very much. I'm earning the money I need to earn, and I'm doing something I really, really enjoy. Why are you telling me what I should and shouldn't be doing? Why is me doing what I'm doing? How is that affecting you?
Yeah.
In any way, shape, or form? No, I don't get it. I think the takeaway message from this one is just try some simple exercises. Next time you get any hate online, I've got to be honest with you, I was never the best person probably to take advice from this, because I was the kind of kid that even though I was a little bit scared of what might happen, I was always from a bit of a hardened background. And I remember once this lad was shouting in my face, and I remember feeling quite intimidated because he got a group of mates behind him, right? And I was about 15, and these lads were in sixth form, so a couple of years older than me. And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, right, how can I get out of this where I don't have to have a fight? Because they're all going to join in, right? And I'm going to get my head kicked in here, right? How do I get out of this situation by making him look so stupid and small that I don't have to put up with whatever he's trying to do to me and belittle me in front of everyone? And he got really, really close. And I just asked him, I said, look, if you just want to get this close to me, I said, you just got to ask, man. I said, like, I'm an open-minded youngster. I'm like, I'm good. Like, I said, like, what do you want? Do you want a hug, a kiss? Like, what do you want? Like, you said, you're getting very close. And he got even closer and put his forehead against me. So I gave him a kiss right on the lips. And then it did turn into a bit of a fight, but I felt like I won.
You felt like you won. It was a moral victory.
It was a moral victory because I made him look so stupid. But the next day I walked into the school, and I was just like, everyone was like on my side. And it was, that probably isn't the best way to deal with it, but especially with the online stuff, if you can come back with an intelligent conversation, try that. If they don't want to listen, just ignore it. It really is. I mean, there's a block button for comments.
Yeah. Use
it if it really affects you that bad. But what I hate to see is I've got like this artist I'm working with. No, I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm not. But you know what I mean? It was a way of dealing with that situation that was really funny. And to me at the time, I was just like, I'm gonna make this guy look stupid now, and I'm really gonna embarrass him. So I think it was the right thing to do in that situation, because it was me sort of saying to them, look, I'm not scared of you. I know you're only doing this to try and make yourself look big in front of your friends. So we can do this, or you can just like save yourself the hassle of looking stupid and just go away. Right? Because to be fair, I definitely would have just dropped him. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I've been more confident, because I'm from fighting background. I've done martial arts and things like that. But one of the things that I think you absolutely have to make sure you do is you just got to learn to not care. They will move on. If you just go, yeah, okay, mate, cheers, thanks, and then walk away, it's going to pain you and it's going to irritate you, because you're like, oh, God, I have to put up with that person every day. But you keep doing it and you keep doing it and you persist with it, they go away. Every bully, every idiot, every single person I've had in my lifetime that's ever said, Steve, you can't do this, Steve, you can't do that, like Matt said in the comments earlier, great advice. I have used that as rocket fuel. I was told when I was a kid, you can't be a professional footballer, you're never going to make it academy level or football level because you're too small. But I was like, okay, so I'm going to get faster and stronger than everyone else because that's what I'm going to have to do. And then I did it. Then when I finished playing the football, I said, I want to make music, and I want my music played on national radio. Within 2 years of saying that, I was on Planet Rock, Kerrang. I was in Classic Rock magazine. I was having write-ups about me. I did all this stuff. Every single time someone says, I can't do something, just use it as fuel. Don't get into an argument with them. Just go away, quietly work on your craft, work harder, get better, and just keep coming back stronger every single time. And I promise you, it will work. So you have me a lot with dealing with anxiety. Anxiety is a big one. It doesn't mean that because I deal with it, I don't suffer from it. I promise you I do, right? but it's all about how you deal with it. So sometimes do you know what, you probably could now, mate. I'm 36 now, although I am about 16 and a half stone. I think if I drop the shoulder, you might end up in Rosette. don't test me. But you've got to learn to just be able to process things. So I used to find that when I was younger, I would react. So you slag me off to my face, I react by starting a fight. If now you say something to me, all right, okay, fine, are we done? I'm like, I've got things to do with my life. Have you got things to do with your life? Probably not, because that's why you're here doing this now. And I'll move away and I'll move on, because it's just simply not worth your time. It's not worth your effort. So next time you get a negative comment, just try this one little tip. Thank them for whatever it is they've watched. If you've posted some art, or you've posted a piece of music or a video or something, and someone's giving you some hate on it, just simply thank them for the time, taking the time out of their day to watch it. Thank them for the view and say, sorry, you didn't enjoy it, but art is subjective. Thanks again. Boom. I bet you, I'll put a tenner on it now. I bet you they don't come back with anything.
Yeah. What can you come back with? How can you come back with positivity?
Okay, I know you don't like it, but that's fine.
Okay.
You're allowed to not like it. Done. End of conversation. And that's easier to do when it's online. Face to face is a bit different, but today we are dealing with negative comments specifically that deal with online. And I think as musicians, you're going to get that. You're definitely going to get that. I'm watch your football channel. I'll put a link in the description just for you. It's called the Footy Fan Chat. We have guests on there where they can come and talk about it and chat football. We have different fans from different teams coming on there, so it is good fun. But this one's all about the music, I'm afraid. But yes, so anyway, I think we're all right, nearly on 40 minutes. Wow, we filled that time up good, didn't we? Matt has come back in for one last hurrah. I think it's also good to talk to someone. Don't bottle things up. I've suffered with depression and still sometimes do, but found it's good to talk. Don't bottle it up. Yeah, I think people are getting better at that. Yeah. And I think men are getting better at that. I think the younger generation is way better than my generation, and my generation is better than the generation before. But you've definitely got to talk about it. But like if you've got a band group, I mean, if you're in a band together, you're like a little brother and sisterhood, aren't you? Like if you can't talk to the other band members honestly, then they shouldn't probably be in the band.
Yeah.
Really simple as that. So I think that about I've said everything I want to say anyway. I just got really annoyed today because I was working, like I say, I've worked with people and it's just like I'm not going to put this song. We've got this brilliant song. I'll have to send it to you. We've got this brilliant song and it's amazing. And I'm just like, if we put it out, it's gonna spend a little bit of money on marketing, it's gonna blow up. I can't, because if so and so and so and so hear it and these people hear it, and I'm like, who gives a shit about them? Why are you worrying about them people? What about the other 1,000 people that will really like it?
Yeah.
You're only playing to those people. Forget the others. Forget them. They don't matter. They don't care. So yeah.
Go on, Matt.
Matt's gonna kill Vodafone.
I wish I was working at customer services tomorrow. Remember, Matt, your calls are recorded for training and monitoring purposes.
Yeah, someone from Vodafone's gonna need to watch this video tomorrow. Do you stream every night? We've got on here. No, we don't stream every night. We do this once a week, usually on a Wednesday or a Thursday with the band. So yeah, I just thought it was a good one because I know the bigger this band gets and the more we do stuff, we're definitely going to come across some hate at some point, just because, like I said, we're a UK-based band doing country music, and there's some people in America that believe there aren't any other countries on the planet of Earth, and they think only America exists. Probably not doing myself any favors no more. But
you're going to shoot us in the foot a bit now, Steve.
Yeah, that's too much of this already. Look. But they will just not like us just because we're from the UK. Oh, we've still got more comments coming in, guys. This is awesome. it's important that more people in the public eye are speaking about mental health. Really helps break the stigma and letting people know that it is more normalized. Yeah, and I think that is happening. You're seeing it a lot more now with celebrities. Oh, hang on a minute. Like James has wrote a book again. James likes to write long messages. I'm checking it out before I before before I put it on there just in case. So he's just saying another fantastic tactic and response to toxic negativity, comments, and respond politely. And yeah, I mean, like you say, responding politely is usually the best way of doing it. I mean, I've offered people to get up on stage and sing the song for me if they can do better. Like, come up here, mate. You want to do it? No. Okay. Shut up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
up to you. Like, if you think you can do, we've got people saying here, we'll make sure we spread the channel to others. Yeah, thanks, guys. Like I said, we're going to be talking about all sorts of stuff. Some of it's going to be music. Some of it's going to be topical. Some of it's going to be, but it's never going to be political. I guarantee you we'll never get into that nonsense because that is just...
Thank you.
Although,
no, stop right there. No,
kudos to Emma putting up with the fuel crisis at the moment because she does some bloody miles, man. So that's a random question. That is for another day. But I suppose in the public image, it does tie in with negative comments. What do you do about obesity? Look, the best thing to do about anything, if you're genuinely worried about something, like you think you might have a mental problem, you think you might have an illness, or you think you might have having an eating crisis or things like that. I had an obsession years ago with training to the point where I was training so much, I was making myself ill. Right? And I think, again, like Matt said earlier, the number one thing you can do about absolutely anything that's wrong with you at all is tell another human being about it. That's it. And if you really want to know what to do about it, then speak to Matt, who's in our band, because he's a nutritionist and he could probably give you better advice than I ever could. I'm drinking Desperado on a live stream. I mean, I do, like, literally, I eat so much crap, but if I didn't, I knew I would be overweight. So I train a lot. I always have done. But if I didn't, I know, and I have been, I've concaved up to about 18, 19 stone in the past. So I know what it's like to put on weight, but I also know how hard it is to lose it again. So speak to someone that knows what they're talking about. Definitely don't ask me about that. But the fact that you've asked the question of somebody, that's the first step to any problem that you're ever going to deal with. You've got to tell someone about it. And then that person might not know the answer. Like, I don't know the answer. I don't know how you deal with it. But because I've never had to deal with it. But I might know someone that does. Like, I know Matt. Matt could help you with that. That's his area of expertise. He gets people looking good. That's his job. And it depends on what your definition of looking good is. See, programs like this bloody Love Island, don't watch stuff like that. That's a good start. Don't watch them things, even if you're asked to do it as homework or anything like that. Like, never, ever, never do it because it's pointless. They're just there for show, and it's hard. Right, last comment. These comments are still coming in, guys. I think really happy that everyone's has responded to this the way they have. Yeah, I've done that before. Just stop the song, ask them to sing some a cappella in the room. Mate, it is great, and it's amazing when you put them on the spot about something. How badly these big... Oh, yeah, I'm feeling confident. I'm going to say something. It's like, when you go and watch like a Jimmy Carr show and then you get a heckler that comes out with something and they heckle him and he's like, why did you just do that? He's going to destroy you.
Yeah, he's a comedian. Don't do that.
You pick it. You got to know your audience a little bit.
Pick on a comedian.
The trouble I've found that, I suppose, oh, God, don't mind. The comments are just, we could spend the whole show just reading the comments. The trouble I've found being a tribute and personality that comes across so confident, people confuse confidence with arrogance, and it's immediately think their place is to knock you off your perch. The reason I'm confident is also part is I love what I'm doing. Yeah, but also as well, the character that you're playing, James. So like if you're doing your Freddie tribute, which I know that you do, Freddie was a over-the-top, eccentric performer.
Flamboyant.
So you have to act like that person. So that's not you being confident. That's you being Freddie Mercury. And even if you've watched the Freddie Mercury movie, which is brilliant, I mean, it just shows how the things that were going on in his life. And then you watch the Elton John Rocket Man movie, and you see the things that were going on in his life. You watch the Prince biopic. You watch any of these artists, at the top of their game, and you look at them and you think, wow, I wish I could be as confident as that person. And they almost never are.
Mm.
You know, just don't ever be in a band with Dave Grohl. Because he doesn't seem to end well. Anyway, look, on that bombshell, I think we should move on. So anyway, guys, back to the band just for a second. This has gone on way longer than we thought. We said half an hour. You guys have enjoyed it, so fair play. One of my friends is ginger and gets bullied. Just talk to him. Just talk to them most of the time. That's all they need is talking to them and get them to talk to someone else. Because again, most of the time, like, refer them to this video or refer them to other videos like it. People only bully people because there's something going on in their life.
Yeah.
I promise you that. Promise you. Like, I got to know a lad actually that I had loads of run-ins in when I was at school. And I asked him, I was like, well, we get on all right now. Why was you such a asshole to me when I was at school? And he went, mate, I'll just be honest. He said, I went into school every day wanting to fight everybody because I was getting beat up at home by my dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I knew all along, I had people telling me he's only doing it to you because there's something going on with him. You don't know what that other person's problems is. So sometimes by you retaliating, so if I had retaliated and I'd have just started bullying that guy back, who knows what he might have done to himself, because he was already depressed. He was already in trouble himself. Sometimes you've just got to, like I said, go and watch Gary V on Instagram, Gary Vaynerchuk, or just Gary and then VEE. He's got loads of brilliant messages, and he's a bit of an expert in dealing with that kind of field. So go and watch Gary V. He's a really, really good tool, a good person to listen to in the way that he advises you with dealing with people like that. Because the way he does it is what I started doing, which is just cutting it off at the source. Comments come in, thank them for their time. Cheers for checking it out, bro. Yeah. Sorry you didn't like it. Move on. Right, but we're certainly not therapists, so don't take anything. Don't take anything we say. Like I said, I'm under the influence a little bit, but don't take anything. Right, we're going to talk about the band now, just for 2 minutes, and also as well. Also, and I know a very famous ginger person in the form of Ed Sheeran. I'm sure he got some stick when he was younger. Look how he's doing now. Yeah, you know, and Poison Ivy from Batman. Oh, I know she weren't ginger, but she was in that film. And oh my god, flashbacks there to my youth. So the band we've got new. Uma Thurman in Batman when she played. Who did she play?
You're right. I think it's Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Moving on. We've got a new song coming out soon. Like, that won't be long in the pipeline. We've got loads of stuff happening. We've got a new merch range that is available now. So I'm going to put the link tree in the comments. So if you give me like a few minutes, the Linktree account. In fact, I'm going to do it right now, so there's no excuses. You can go click on it and go and check it out. Not only can you find our store, but you can also find links to all of our Spotify links, all of our Apple Music links. Everything that we do, you will find all in that one place. There you go. Look, I've just put it in there. Steenon. I've just dropped the link in the comment section. Go and check it out. Thank you very much for all the bloody comments, because that really does help us out. And I didn't think it was going to have that much of a response, if I'm truthful. So maybe we'll do more videos like this and bring other guests on who can talk about stuff a bit better than us. Maybe get some experts.
Probably best.
Well, it sounds like people want to. It sounds like people want to talk about it. So maybe we talk about something else in the future, and we look at doing that. Yeah.
Thanks, kids.
Yeah, it's all good. That wasn't it? That was all right. You're off now, eh? Yeah. So yeah, we're going to be recording. We're going to be recording the new song probably early part of next week. And so that'll be out. We'll let you know when that's out. We're also when bloody Jordan comes off his 900th holiday of the year. One of our guitarists, when he's finally off the beaches for long enough to step foot in a music video shoot. We are going to shoot a music video to I Like Trouble as well.
Yeah,
so
we are.
Look
Yes,
out
we
for it.
are.
Look out for that, because that's going to be happening very, very soon. Guys, thanks very much for tuning in. Peace out. I did peace out like I'm in mid-90s.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Peace and love, man. Just roll up a doobie. No, don't do that, they're kids. Okay, again. But Millie, hi. Hi, Millie. Bye. James. One last one from James.
Cheers, James.
Really nice, engaging podcast chat, guys. Defo, Phil, Fern. Okay, what? Phil and Fern, a run for the money. Who's who? We'll catch you for another one. We'll let you know what the topic is in advance. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.
See ya.
Goodbye.